Alright, it's time for Low Elo Riven. It was very much requested I do another Low Elo series voice check one, and I happen to play Riven. And I'll tell you the reasons for that right now. Let's check 2. Alright, so attack damage red, armor yellow, magic resistance blues, and movement speed quints, and 921 masteries. Now I picked Riven. Al's fourth pick. I picked her because my opponents are Cassidin mid, basically low mobility champion before level 6. And top lane was Renekton, which is an easy champion to bait, very easy, especially if you have a Darius. Evelyn mid won't really be able to help me much, and thus I have to pretty much do the ganking myself. My opponent is a Mumu, someone that Riven can definitely abuse. I thought a Mumu would be at his red by now, doing a buff to buff clamp, but instead he's at Wraith, so I just completely charge him right now. Evelyn came in to try to help me, which is nice and all, but then I don't really like what he says in the in chat. Riven, say what you actually think, asshole. Anyways, level 3. This is when Riven's ganking is pretty much prime. I just go in there to give presents to the Kassadin. I loop around and look at when I try to gank. This is how you should gank. Kassadin makes his way to the middle of the lane, and I basically get, to jump on him. He uses his flash, but remember, that only means I'm able to attack him, try to gank him again, and Evelyn has a much freer time. However, Evelyn seems to be losing the lane. I go search for a Mumu because I saw that he'd be heading this area, but he's gone. Cassidin is playing very aggressive because he think he's getting a little too greedy just because he's just low health. He goes to the center of the lane. I go in, just flash in, stun him, and just dice him. Easy kill. Cassidin is food for most junglers, especially for someone with high mobility like Riven. So that's why I picked Riven. I wanted to feed off these laners and get myself big. There, as you can see right there, Cassidin was getting too greedy, and he pushed himself to the middle of the lane, and that's where I was able to kill him. And I tried to gank him twice when he moved towards the lane. I didn't try to hit him through the corner or anything. He exposed himself. Here, this is a really big mistake from Darius. He should have pulled Renekton almost immediately, and I would have been able to get him. He's waiting too long. He's pushing the wave, which is a dumb idea in the first place, especially against a Renekton and an Amumu, and makes a pull way too late. Like Renekton would have already started just backing off because the minion wave was getting towards him. Also, that was a low replay thing. So that was Darius just waiting too damn long. Now I'm almost level 6. My blue respawned, and I pinged the Evelyn to come get it. Well, I didn't ping it this time. The Evelyn should have just come immediately and get it. Instead, she waited too long with no mana and almost gets killed. So I said, fuck it, I'm taking the blue for myself. A lot of players say this kind of crap is, Stonewall's an asshole. Sometimes in lower level, you gotta do. I pop my ultimate, go right in. Cassidin has no mana, so he's basically a free kill. He only had enough for one ultimate, and I'm able just to walk up and cut him. And he dies. Yay for me. Free minion wave. Evelyn's not going to get here in time. I clear it, get these minions killed, so Cassidin loses out on all of it. Building Spirit of the Lizard out there because I wanted to try it on Riven. Anyways, as you can see, I have 2 kills so far. I have pretty decent farm. They jump Darius. I go in there, start damaging them, and prepare for this. I couldn't obviously kill him, and Evelyn's going to show up, but be clear, Cassidin's mid, but be here. We could see the teleport clearly. Evelyn still goes in. Cassidin teleports in and just destroys her. So that was a huge bad play by Evelyn. I gotta also mention this. The Evelyn before the game started was mocking me for picking Riven. Riven's not a good jungler. Why are you picking? Yeah. Thresh DC'd, so bottom lane is pretty much gonna be an easy win. Okay, I popped my ultimate. I saw a Mumu here, and he's an easy kill. He's got no armor or any real items. I have a Spirit of the Lizard out there, which is basically a huge AD increase along with my ultimate, and I pretty much got him. Cassidin showed up to try to help, but it wasn't enough. Anyways, I know Thresh DC, and that kind of screws up the presentation of this game, but as you can see, I'm making some moves that a jungler should do, especially in lower level. I picked a carry jungler, someone who can murder people and can kill, lead a team fight. Here we go. Pop my ultimate once again. Just go right on a Mumu. Stun him. I don't cross any of my CC, deal all the damage in between attacks, and move. And then finish him off with my ultimate. I have 4 kills. I have 1 completed item, a very cheap one. And here we go. Here's another gank thing. They saw me, quote unquote, leave via the minions. So Renekton has no reason to suspect I'd be here. He didn't even bother checking. So Darius should have pulled immediately, and just we would have gotten on him. However, now we have no choice but to dive him, which isn't so hard. I mean, I'm going to take a shitload of damage because I'm the one tanking it. I get stunned under the tower, and now I'm just forced to run. But luckily, Darius picks up the kill. But if he had pulled it, we would have been able to fight him away from his tower. Still, you know, results are results. That's a good ganking tip there. It's an ambush gank. You just sit there. If he had face checked it, I would have dealt a ton of damage and just walked away. Any damage you receive as a jungler when you're ganking, but you're not dead, is free damage for your laner. And here's another ganking tip. I made sure not to let the Ezreal see me. So when my teammate at bottom lane engaged on them, I would be able to catch the soft character Ezreal by surprise. They didn't know I was there by their movements, you could see. So I'll repeat that again. I hid myself until they were until they engaged my teammates and thought themselves safe. Therefore, I was able to catch them off guard and kill the more important character, aka the Ezreal. So yeah, that's another good ganking tip here. Pretty much abuse your opponents. Wards actually do win games, but of course, if you can buy really expensive items as a carry jungler, go ahead. Now here's a big mistake from my part. Greed, basically. Evelyn goes in and I'm like, fuck, Evelyn, why? So instead of just letting him get killed and achieve nothing, I say might as well try to help. But it results in both our deaths and was a stupid mistake. We got greedy. Anyways, Brutalizer, more damage. I'm just stacking damage. I'm ahead, 511, 80 CS, about 17 minutes in. I can kill anybody except the Renekton in about 5 seconds flat. So the Kassadin is one of my main targets. If I can take him out, then we can win. Once more, I'm ganking from behind. Renekton chose to stay very stupidly. We just dive him. You know, there's really no effort involved in here. Just killed. Always look to make sure the characters with the best potential to carry are the ones you feed. Bottom lane is perfectly fine. There's no need to go there. Top lane could have gone either way, Renekton or Darius. But my intervention caused it for Darius to win pretty much hands down. Mid lane, I just buried Kassadin, though Evelyn really couldn't do anything or pick up any of the advantage. Here's another good example. The Kassadin is pushing his damn luck. I can kill him in, like I said, 5 seconds flat, but he's pretty much trying to provoke me. I jump him, get some free damage. He turns around. And this is where I know I can get him. Flash right now, Q, boom, killed. It's like he pushed his damn luck. He shouldn't have even tried. I could kill him really easily. Thanks because I'm fed, but also because he's a soft mage. It's a big mistake, and that's one very important thing to do in solo queue. Lower levels at least. Take advantage of any of your opponent's mistakes. Very often, like, you know, you'll bury their MVP, or you'll bury their MVP and, you know, make the trade better. I mean, at this point though, if I die, I'm probably the most valuable character in my team. Though Vayne is actually pretty farmed, so I guess she counts too. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is, your opponents, like right here, the Amumu made a big fucking mistake. If he paid attention to the map, he would have seen that we were coming. He probably didn't see me, but he walked into our entire team. That's a stupid mistake. And when you see that shit, just pounce on them. And right here, the Kassadin once more kind of dicked around near me, and I just jumped him. We damaged him to have health. Ezreal engaged a fight he couldn't win either. There was no reason to engage, and he got himself killed. And then Vayne kills Renekton and Amumu, and then they kill Ezreal again. Yeah. That's the thing. You will see a ton of mistakes of people out of position, and as a murder jungler, you can take advantage of them. Picking tank junglers or tank junglers with just more supportive qualities with like Nautilus in lower levels isn't exactly the best thing unless you have teammates who are competent. Otherwise, you're feeding bad players who are just gonna suck it up with that gold. And I also say this about support roles. When I support, I pick characters that can murder people. Leona, even Alistair, and especially Taric. Taric is like easy mode. Anybody follows Taric into his murder pass. So either way, that's Low Elo, and hopefully there's more to come.